My friend, take a deep breath and stay with me for a moment, because what I am about to share with you is not ordinary. I want you to feel these words, not only hear them. I am speaking gently, but I am also speaking firmly. I see paths you cannot see. I know seasons you have not yet reached. And today, I need you to understand something that matters deeply for your future. I want you to know that nothing in your life is random. Nothing that reaches you arrives without purpose. And this moment is one of those turning points. You may think you are simply listening, but in truth, you are standing at a doorway. You have wondered many times why you feel restless, why your heart feels unsettled, why it seems like something inside keeps calling you forward even when everything around you looks the same. That is not anxiety. That is not confusion. That is your purpose knocking, pushing, asking to be lived. I have watched you dream, imagine, plan, and hope. I have also watched you hesitate, delay, question yourself, and hold back when it was time to move. And my friend, I am not angry with you. I understand your fears. I know the doubts that whisper when no one else can hear. I know the wounds you carry quietly. But today I speak because I care too much to let you continue drifting when you were made to rise. I have seen what happens when people forget why they were created, not by any force, but by life itself. They shrink. They settle. They stop believing that anything new can happen. And I do not want that for you. You were not designed to wander endlessly through life without direction. You were formed with intention, skill, light, and a calling that is larger than the limits you have accepted. Inside you is strength you have not used, potential you have not touched, and courage that has been sleeping. My friend, do you know what truly traps a person? It is not walls. It is not chains. It is not locked doors. What traps people most often is the voice that tells them later. Not today, maybe someday. That quiet voice looks harmless, but it can steal entire years. It convinces you to sit when you should stand, to wait when you should walk, to stay silent when you should speak. And I have seen you battle that voice again and again. You say, "One day I will start. One day I will change. One day I will live differently." But days pass, weeks pass, seasons pass, and your heart grows heavier. I am not here to frighten you or to shame you. I am here to wake you gently, the way a wise friend wakes a companion before a long journey, not because you are in trouble, but because it is time to go. I want you to see what I see, the opportunities near you, the people you can bless, the life you can build when you finally decide that fear will not be the ruler of your choices. You have wasted enough time thinking about what you could be. Now I am inviting you to become it. But listen to me carefully. Nothing changes until you choose. Life can open doors. It can place resources, people, ideas, and favor in your path. It can strengthen your spirit and calm your heart. But no one will force you into the life meant for you. Love does not control. Love guides. Love teaches. Love calls. And that is what I am doing today. I am calling you back to yourself. I am reminding you that your life is not meant to be lived half awake. You are not behind. You are not ruined. You are not too late. You are right at the place where awareness begins. And awareness is powerful. Because once you see how precious time is, you start using it differently. Once you understand that there will never be a perfect moment, you stop waiting for one. Once you realize that fear does not disappear on its own, you learn to move even when you still feel afraid. My friend, I have watched you give your heart to people who did not value it. I have seen you stay in situations where you were shrinking instead of growing. I saw the tears you wiped away alone, the nights when silence felt heavier than any noise. And yet through all of this, you did not become bitter. You still care. You still hope. You still try to see goodness where others see nothing. That is something rare. That is something beautiful. And because you have chosen compassion when pain could have hardened you, restoration is preparing itself for you. But restoration does not come to those who remain seated in the same patterns. It comes to those who are willing to let go, to step forward, to admit when something is no longer healthy. And yes, that can feel scary. Letting go feels like losing control. But often it is actually gaining freedom. Many times, what you cling to most tightly is the very thing holding you back. I am not asking you to rush. I am asking you to trust. Trust that life knows how to guide your steps. Trust that what leaves can be replaced with something better. Trust that you are not being led into emptiness, but toward wholeness. There is a voice inside you that says you are not ready. But readiness does not come before the journey. Readiness grows while you walk. You learn as you move. You grow as you go. Waiting until you feel flawless will only keep you standing still forever. My friend, even the strongest people begin unsure. Even the bravest hearts tremble at the start. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is saying, I will go anyway. You have talents that have been quiet for too long. Words you have not spoken. Ideas you have not explored. Acts of kindness you have postponed. Changes you have imagined again and again but never started. And every time you pushed them aside, a small part of you knew that you were meant for something fuller. That knowing did not come from nowhere. Your dreams were planted in you for a reason. Seeds are never meant to stay buried forever. Yet growth is not comfortable. It stretches you. It challenges your habits. It invites you to leave the safety of what is familiar. Sometimes staying where you are feels easier than evolving. But easy does not create transformation. Comfort does not always create peace. Some of the most peaceful seasons come after difficult decisions. The moment you finally stop pretending you are fine. The moment you stop shrinking yourself to fit places that were never meant to hold you. My friend, I want you to begin honoring your time. Because time is life. Every hour is a piece of your story that will never return. I do not say this to scare you. I say it because when you realize how valuable it is, you begin to treat it with respect. You stop giving your energy to things that drain your soul. You stop chasing people who never choose you. You stop delaying your own healing just to keep others comfortable. This is not selfishness. This is wisdom. There is something else you must understand. The greatest danger is not always destruction. Sometimes it is distraction. Distraction can look like endless scrolling, empty conversations, repeating the same habits without thinking. It feels harmless, but it slowly pulls your purpose away from your priorities. And before you know it, another year has passed and nothing inside has truly changed. My friend, I do not want you drifting through years that could have been meaningful. I am giving you clarity now. I am saying gently, wake up, not from sleep, but from numbness. Wake up from believing that life will magically rearrange itself without your participation. Wake up from assuming you are powerless. Wake up from thinking you are too broken to start again. You are not broken beyond repair. You are in progress. Healing is allowed to take time. Growth is allowed to be messy. But movement is necessary. I need you to start taking small steps. Not giant leaps that overwhelm you, but simple steps that build momentum. One decision at a time. One change at a time. One act of faith, not in a religious sense, but in yourself, at a time. Write the idea you keep postponing. Call the person you need to reconcile with. Apologize when you must. Forgive when it is time. Learn what you do not know. Ask for help when you need it. None of these things weaken you. They shape you. And when fear rises, breathe. When confusion clouds your mind, pause. When loneliness tries to convince you that you are forgotten, listen closely because I am whispering, you are not alone. Life walks with you even when you do not feel it. Change works in silence more often than noise. Growth builds quietly, patiently, carefully. But it also requires your agreement. Doors will open, but you must step through them. My friend, you are stepping into a season where clarity will meet opportunity. You will begin to see why certain doors closed. Why some people left. Why situations you pleaded for did not work out. What you thought was rejection was often protection. What you called delay was sometimes preparation. Life has been shaping your character, strengthening your heart, and teaching you what truly matters, so that when blessings arrive, you can hold them with maturity and gratitude. There will be new relationships that bring peace instead of confusion. There will be chances that match your gifts instead of draining your spirit. There will be moments where you finally look back and say, "Now I understand." But remember, all of this unfolds when you choose to cooperate with what is happening instead of resisting every change. Stop telling yourself that your life is small. It is not. Your life holds value beyond what you see. The way you comfort others, the way you encourage, the kindness you show quietly, these things matter deeply. The world does not always celebrate gentle hearts, but deeply wise people do. Every act of patience matters. Every sacrifice no one else noticed matters. Every time you chose kindness even when it cost you emotionally, none of it is wasted. So do not harden yourself just because the world can be cold. Stay soft, but become strong. Learn boundaries. Learn when to say yes and when to lovingly say no. Learn to protect your peace without losing your compassion. Your heart is precious. Treat it like something of worth, not something that anyone may trample on. You deserve spaces where your soul can breathe. My friend, I am proud of how far you have come. Even if you do not feel far at all, you have survived moments that would have broken others. You have continued walking even when you did not know where the road would lead. That perseverance is not accidental. Resilience lives inside you. And now it is time to turn that resilience into direction. This is not a threat. This is an invitation. An invitation to leave behind the paralyzing habit of waiting for the perfect moment. An invitation to choose life fully, to step into your days with intention rather than drifting. An invitation to trust that when you move with courage, life moves with you. Do not be afraid of beginnings. Do not be afraid of endings either. Both are necessary. Some doors must close for better ones to open. Some chapters must finish so that new pages can be written. And yes, sometimes it hurts. But growth loves you more than comfort does. Growth thinks about your future, not just your present feelings. From this day forward, I want you to speak differently about yourself. No more words that tear you down. No more saying, "I can't. I'm nothing. I'm stuck forever." Speak life. Speak possibility. Speak truth. You are capable. You are loved. You are meant for things you cannot even imagine yet. And every time fear whispers otherwise, remember who you are becoming. Walk with courage. Trust the process. Take the next right step. Even if it is small. Begin. Try, learn, fall, and rise again. Each time you get up, you grow stronger. Each time you choose action over delay, you break a little more of the invisible prison that held you. And as you move, watch how your heart begins to breathe again. Watch how doors you once thought impossible begin to open. Watch how peace slowly replaces panic. I am not promising that there will be no challenges, but I am promising that you will not face them alone, and that everything you go through has purpose woven into it. My friend, your life is precious. Do not spend it only dreaming when you were meant to live. Do not wait endlessly for someone else to give you permission. Life has already given it. Stand up on the inside. Decide that you will no longer surrender your days to fear and hesitation. This is your moment to step forward. Every time you took even a small step toward growth, something tried to pull you back. Sometimes it was fear. Sometimes it was the opinions of others. Sometimes it was your own self-doubt whispering, "You will fail." But those voices were never meant to guide you. They were meant to test your resolve, not control your direction. Many times you stood at the edge of change and then convinced yourself to stay where you were. You said, "What if it doesn't work?" But rarely did you ask, "What if it does?" You imagined every possible loss, but you rarely allowed yourself to imagine the victories that could come from courage. When you live only through fear of failure, you close the door to miracles, not supernatural, but the everyday miracles of growth, connection, and breakthrough. I know there were moments when you felt tired of trying. Moments when you asked quietly, "Why does everything feel so hard for me?" But listen closely. Difficulty does not always mean you are on the wrong path. Sometimes the right path is the one that strengthens your character, not your comfort. And even on the hardest days, something was shaping inside you that you could not yet see. There is a strength inside you now that did not exist before. The tears you cried watered seeds of wisdom. The disappointments taught you discernment. The losses made you more compassionate toward others who hurt. You may not love the pain you went through, but the growth it produced is valuable. Nothing you endured was useless. It will all be used for good. But there is something I cannot allow any longer. I cannot let you keep believing that your life is supposed to stay small, unfinished, paused, or controlled by hesitation. You were not designed to sit on the sidelines of your own story. You were created, by life itself, to participate, to build, to learn, to rise, and to walk with purpose. You keep waiting for a sign, but here it is. Your awareness, your conviction, your stirring desire to finally move forward. That feeling is not pressure. It is awakening. It is the gentle push that comes before transformation. If you ignore it, life will feel heavy again. If you respond to it, you will begin to experience peace that does not come from circumstances, but from alignment with your calling. Do not compare your journey with anyone else. Some people bloom early, some bloom later, some run fast, some walk slow. What matters is not the speed. What matters is direction. Even slow progress is still progress. If you are moving toward purpose, comparison steals your joy and blinds you from what is uniquely unfolding inside you. Trust your path. And yes, you will make mistakes along the way. Do not fear them. Mistakes are not final unless you quit. They are teachers. They show you what needs adjusting, not what needs abandoning. Learn, adjust, continue. That is how growth works. My friend, you are about to walk into opportunities that align with who you truly are. You will start to notice ideas returning, desires reawakening, old dreams resurfacing, not because you imagine them, but because the timing is shifting. Life is aligning things quietly, piece by piece. Doors that were heavy before will feel lighter. Conversations will happen at the right moments. People with wisdom and kindness will appear unexpectedly. Pay attention. These are not coincidences. But remember, opportunity still requires participation. You must be willing to try. You must be willing to show up. Do not hide yourself anymore out of fear of being misunderstood. Some will not understand your journey, and that is all right. They were not assigned to walk your path. You are the one who must walk it. Walk with confidence. Take better care of your heart and your mind. What you feed your thoughts becomes the tone of your life. If you constantly replay your past failures, you will stay chained to them. If you nourish your mind with truth, encouragement, wisdom, and hope, your spirit will grow stronger. Be mindful of what you allow in your environment. Peace grows best in spaces where negativity is not welcomed as a permanent guest. I want to talk to you about love too. You have poured love into others again and again, sometimes without receiving the same effort back. And sometimes you wondered if maybe you were asking for too much. But hear me, wanting respect, honesty, consistency, and genuine care is not asking for too much. It is asking for what is healthy. I do not want you chasing people just to prove you are worthy. You already are. The right connections will not require you to beg for attention, lessen your value, or hide parts of yourself. The right connections will recognize your worth, not exploit it. And if anyone tries to make you believe that you must suffer endlessly to be loved, walk away gently. That is not the love you deserve. Healing will take time, but it will happen. Little by little, your heart will release old pain and make room for new joy. And while healing happens, be patient with yourself. You are not weak for needing time. You are human, and you are learning. There will come a day when you look back and say, I finally understand why things happen that way. The lessons will make sense. The patterns will reveal themselves. The confusion will turn into clarity. But for now, trust the process even when you cannot see the full picture. And as you walk forward, remember this truth. You are not far from peace. It is not only present in big moments, but in simple ones: the breath you take, the strength that returns, the calm that suddenly settles over your heart when things feel overwhelming. That is life reminding you that you are carried, not abandoned. Step into your days with intention. Wake up with purpose. Even if your purpose today is simply to grow a little more than yesterday. Choose gratitude. Choose discipline. Choose courage. These small choices shape great destinies over time. And whenever you feel afraid, whisper to yourself, "I am not walking alone." Because you are not. Courage goes before you. Wisdom walks beside you. And strength grows from within you. Nothing ahead of you is stronger than the will that lives inside you. This new chapter is not about rushing. It is about alignment. It is about finally saying, "I am ready to live fully, not halfway." And once you say that with your heart, you will begin to feel life shift around you in ways that quiet the fears that once controlled you. My friend, continue. Grow, rise, trust, and know this. Your story is far from over. The most beautiful parts have not even begun yet. Let me speak a little more about courage, because I know it has felt distant from you at times. Courage is not something that suddenly appears in a loud, dramatic way. Often it grows quietly. It grows when you choose to show up on days when you would rather hide. It grows when you take responsibility instead of waiting for life to change on its own. It grows when you stand again after falling, not because you feel strong, but because you refuse to give up on the future you are building. You do not always see the progress, but it is there. Every time you chose patience instead of anger, you grew. Every time you chose honesty instead of convenience, you grew. Every time you held on to hope when everything felt uncertain, you grew. These moments may seem small to you, but they are shaping the foundation of the person you are becoming. I also want you to release guilt you were never meant to carry. You keep replaying old moments, wishing you had done things differently. You say to yourself, "If only I had known better." But remember this, you acted with the level of understanding you had at that time. Growth means you see things differently now, not that you should punish yourself forever. Learn from the past, but do not live inside it. Your future does not need to pay the price for mistakes you have already grown beyond. Forgive yourself. Forgiving yourself does not erase what happened. It simply frees your heart from constant punishment. And when your heart is free, you can finally move forward without hesitation. Do not let shame build invisible walls around your soul. You were not created to live behind barriers made of regret. I know at times you worry about failing again. You fear putting effort into something only to see it fall apart. But failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the journey toward it. Every lesson prepares you, sharpens you, teaches you what works and what does not. You are not behind. You are being prepared. And when preparation is complete, doors open more smoothly than you ever imagined. I am teaching you to listen to your inner wisdom more than your fear. Fear screams loudly. Wisdom often speaks softly. Fear tells you to stay still so nothing can hurt you. Wisdom tells you to move so you don't lose yourself. Learn to recognize the difference. You are not the voice of panic. You are the voice of calm direction. The quiet assurance that says, "You can do this, and you are not alone." You have dreams that still live inside you even after all the years. They return to your thoughts no matter how often you try to push them away. That is because they were not empty fantasies. They were glimpses of who you could become when you finally trust the gifts placed within you. Do not bury them again. Let them breathe. Let them guide how you use your time. Some people may doubt you. Some may misunderstand you. That is part of every meaningful journey. Not everyone will see what you see in yourself. Not everyone is meant to agree with your vision. But the approval of others is not your source of value. Your value comes from within, long before anyone had an opinion about you. Walk gently, but walk confidently. There is no need to rush, yet there is also no need to stand still out of fear. You will know when to slow down and when to move forward. Peace will settle in your heart when the decision is right, and restlessness will come when something is not aligned with your purpose. Pay attention to that inner peace. It is often your deepest wisdom speaking. You are stepping into a season where clarity, healing, and direction will slowly begin to meet. Things won't shift overnight, but they will shift steadily. You will start recognizing patterns, understanding your own emotions more clearly, and choosing differently from how you used to. And that is how transformation happens. One intentional choice at a time. Stay close to your own truth. Speak to yourself when you are afraid. Sit silently when you need comfort. There is no moment where you are unworthy of self-compassion. Even on your worst days, you do not step away from yourself. Your love for yourself must remain patient and unwavering, waiting for you to rise again. The days ahead will not be perfect, but they will be meaningful. The more you choose purpose over procrastination, growth over comfort, and trust over fear, the more alive your spirit will feel. And one day, you will look back and thank yourself for not giving up when it would have been easier to surrender. Keep going. Keep believing. Keep choosing the path that leads you toward the person you were always meant to become. As you reach this moment of reflection, understand something deeply. Nothing about your story is wasted. Every season, every delay, every unanswered question has been shaping you in ways you are only beginning to see. You are not standing at the end. You are standing at a beginning that looks different than what you expected. Do not rush to understand everything right now. Understanding will come with time. Right now, all I ask is that you choose to trust. Trust that your life has meaning. Trust that growth is possible. Trust that you are already in the places you were afraid to step toward. There is comfort waiting, healing waiting, purpose waiting. But it all unfolds when you stop running from your own potential. Take a moment and breathe. Feel your chest rise and fall. Feel the quiet inside you. That quiet is not emptiness. It is space being made for new things. Let go of the heavy thoughts that keep trying to convince you that you are stuck forever. You are not. You are learning. And learning hearts always find their way forward. Promise me one thing. Do not walk through the rest of your life half awake. Do not hide your gifts because you fear they are not enough. Do not silence your voice because others spoke louder. Do not bury your dreams because disappointment tried to convince you they were foolish. You were made with intention, and the world is poorer when you refuse to shine. Rise gently. Move slowly if you must, but move. Speak kindly to yourself. Surround your life with people who nurture your growth rather than suffocate it. Protect your peace, not out of fear but out of wisdom. And always remember, strength does not come from pretending you are fine. Strength comes from allowing yourself to grow beyond what once held you down. I am proud of you for listening. I am proud of you for staying even when this message touched places inside you that you usually avoid. That willingness to face truth is courage. That openness is the beginning of transformation. Do not forget how far you have already come, and do not underestimate how far you can still go. Walk forward with grace. Carry hope in your heart. Let discipline guide your days and compassion shape your actions. And when doubt tries to return, come back to this moment and remember, you were never abandoned, never overlooked, never insignificant. You are seen, guided, and valued from the very beginning. The path ahead will have challenges, but it will also have victories you cannot imagine yet. Stay steady. Stay faithful to yourself, to your growth, to your journey. Stay awake to the beauty of your life. You will not face anything alone. And as you step into what comes next, know this: you are capable. You are worthy. And your story is still unfolding in powerful ways. Keep living. Keep growing. Keep walking with courage. Your future is calling. And this time, you are ready to answer.